Ladies and gentlemen, lean in. No, closer. Because what I'm about to say isn't meant to be heard casually. It's meant to shatter you awake. Good evening, or good morning, or whatever broken hour you crawled here from. But since you're here, since your eyes are on me, since your heart is doing that little nervous tremble it does when truth gets too close, let me give you a greeting no one else ever gave you. Welcome to the moment you finally understand who you really are. Not who they said you were, not who you pretended to be, not who the world shoved you into becoming. No, I'm talking about the real you, the one they underestimated, the one they misread, the one they labeled gentle, quiet, harmless, soft, too nice, too angelic, too easy to control. The you that stood in silence while their lies stacked to the ceiling. They didn't know you were listening. They didn't know you were calculating. They didn't know every insult sharpened your blade. And that is where our story begins. The angel they thought they knew. You walked into rooms glowing with calm, not because you were weak, but because you understood something they never did. Angels don't announce themselves. Power doesn't scream. Strength doesn't need to beg for recognition. You let your light fall softly. You let your voice stay gentle. You let your footsteps remain quiet. And oh, how they loved that. They loved thinking you were safe. They loved believing you were predictable. They loved assuming you were incapable of striking back. They built their confidence from your stillness. But here's the part that makes me laugh. They saw the wings. They didn't see the sword hidden beneath them. They saw your kindness and mistook it for permission. They saw your patience and mistook it for paralysis. They saw your silence and mistook it for surrender. They didn't realize angels glow brightest right before judgment falls. The shift, the one they never saw coming. There is a moment in every story. The moment the room grows too quiet, the air too sharp, the heart too heavy. The moment where the clock stops ticking and the universe whispers, now. You felt it. That instant your pulse changed. The instant your spirit stood up. The instant every humiliation, every betrayal, every manipulation boiled together into something cold and precise. Not rage. No. Rage is messy. What you felt was clarity, crystal, deadly, perfect. You didn't flinch. You didn't warn them. You didn't announce your transformation. You just shifted. Your eyes changed. Your breathing slowed. Your posture sharpened. Your aura thickened. And suddenly, you weren't an angel anymore. You were the executioner wearing the angel's face. Not emotional, not trembling, not second-guessing, not apologizing. You moved with purpose so cold, so controlled, so surgical, that they didn't even realize the storm had already started. The silent executioner. Do you know why they never saw it coming? Because you didn't make threats. You didn't explode. You didn't scream your pain into the world. You simply acted. Quietly, smoothly, strategically, like a shadow with a heartbeat, like judgment wrapped in skin, like destiny wearing a calm smile. You dismantled their assumptions piece by piece. You exposed their lies without raising your voice. You broke their pride without lifting a hand. You shattered their control without saying a single cruel word. Your silence became the blade. Your patience became the strike. Your absence became the consequence. And they sat there, dumbfounded, confused, wide-eyed, mouths dry, souls trembling. Because angels aren't supposed to move like that. Angels aren't supposed to be capable of ending things. Angels aren't supposed to have teeth, but you did. You always did. They just never bothered to look closer. The aftermath they can't recover from. And now they whisper your name differently. Before it was soft, dismissive, mocking, but now it's cautious, shaken, hesitant, reverent. Not revenge, not dominance, not a dramatic confrontation, just the truth settling in their bones. They lost someone they thought would never leave. They pushed someone they thought would never push back. They awakened someone they should have feared from the beginning. The rise of the angel with the executioner's shadow. Now here you stand, not broken, not bitter, not hollow, but sharpened, refined, reborn, still angelic in your heart, but with precision in your spirit, still gentle in your nature, but ruthless in your boundaries, still compassionate in your soul, but unshakable in your power. A balanced storm, a holy hurricane, a quiet catastrophe wrapped in grace. You are the paradox they never understood, beautiful but not blind, kind but not compliant, forgiving but not foolish, soft-spoken but not submissive, holy but not harmless. You are what happens when purity grows teeth, when patience grows purpose, when innocence grows insight. You are the executioner they never saw coming, because you were wearing the halo they gave you, while hiding the strength they never earned the right to know. They'll never forget, so let this echo in their bones, their memories, their regrets. You were the angel they thought they owned, but the executioner they failed to prepare for. And now they speak your name with a tremor. They remember you with a sting. They recall you with a chill. Because nothing is more frightening than the moment the angel stops protecting everyone else and starts protecting themselves. Because they finally understand you were never fragile, you were never harmless, you were never too nice, you were disciplined, you were observant, you were strategic, you were dangerous in a way they had no vocabulary for. They saw an angel, because they only recognize violence when it's loud. But you mastered quiet power, silent precision, calm dominance, and that terrifies them more than anything else ever could. The revelation, so let me be the one to say what they'll never admit. You didn't become powerful. You always were. You just finally stopped hiding it. You finally stood up. You finally cut the strings. You finally revealed the other side of your halo. And when you did, you struck like a silent executioner. Divine on the outside, deadly on the inside, and unstoppable in every direction. So remember this. Let them think you're an angel. Let them assume you're soft. Let them underestimate you. Because the moment they do, that's the moment you win. The moment they realized you weren't who they built in their minds. You know what's funny? People don't react to your change when it happens. They react when the illusion they built collapses, because they never saw you. They only saw the version of you that made them comfortable. They stitched wings on your back so they could justify their cruelty. They painted innocence on your face so they could claim moral superiority. They coated your silence in weakness so they could feel strong in comparison. But illusions can't survive reality. And when you stepped into your true self, when that quiet, patient, calculating force inside you said, "Enough," their fantasy version of you shattered like cheap glass. Do you remember the look on their faces, that exact moment when their eyes widened, when their bodies froze, when their confidence cracked? Because the soft one stopped bending, because the quiet one stopped absorbing their hits, because the angel showed a blade sharper than their lies. That moment will haunt them forever, Not because you became someone new, but because they finally saw who you've always been. The silence that destroys worlds. See, ordinary people destroy things with noise, shouting, threats, chaos, tantrums. But you destroy things quietly. Your silence slices deeper than anger ever could. Your withdrawal hits harder than revenge. Your absence burns longer than any flame. And they didn't understand that. Not at first. When you went quiet, they smirked. When you walked away, they shrugged. When you stopped explaining yourself, they assumed they'd won. But then the panic set in. Because silence is terrifying when it comes from someone who never wanted a fight. Your silence made them confront themselves. Your silence made them sit with their guilt. Your silence forced them to replay every moment where they failed you. You didn't have to break them. They broke themselves, trying to figure out why you weren't there anymore. The executioner's mercy. And here's the beautiful, twisted truth. You didn't destroy them out of malice. You didn't strike because you wanted to see them fall. You simply decided to stop carrying what was never yours. The weight of their expectations dropped. The burden of their emotional mess gone. The chains of their manipulation snapped. And by freeing yourself, you accidentally sentenced them. That's the executioner's mercy, not killing the person, killing the version of them that thrived on your silence, on your kindness, on your restraint. You didn't strike to harm, you struck to liberate. And that is far more terrifying, because mercy reveals truth, and truth is the one thing they can't escape. The transformation they pretend not to notice. They pretend you changed overnight. They tell others something happened to them. They're different now, colder, harder, scarier. But you and I both know the truth. You didn't change. You evolved. You stopped shrinking. You stopped apologizing. You stopped dimming your brilliance so others wouldn't choke on their own insecurities. You didn't become heartless. You became selective. Selective with your time, your energy, your access, your forgiveness. And selective people look dangerous to those who once consumed them without consequence. You didn't become dark. You simply stopped letting people walk into your light with dirty hands and dishonest hearts. That's not darkness, that's restoration. The legacy of the underestimated. You know what lingers after everything collapses: your presence, your memory, your decisions, your silence, your awakening. It echoes, it spreads, it stays. Because people never forget the one they misjudged, the one they dismissed, the one they underestimated so catastrophically that the consequences scarred them. Your story becomes a warning. Don't mistake calm for weakness. Don't mistake kindness for vulnerability. Don't mistake silence for absence. Your existence becomes a lesson, and that is the sweetest victory